Hello and welcome to Walk the Talk. I am Shekhar Gupta in Dharamshala at what should be among the prettiest test cricket grounds in the whole world. And definitely, without an argument, it is the highest. And my guest today, somebody who's primarily responsible for making this happen, Anurag Thakur, also the second youngest ever chief of the BCCI.
Thank you, Shekharji, and welcome to Dharamshala.
Congratulations, Anurag. And
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's your first interview as BCCI chairman now.
Thanks to you for coming all the way to Dharamshala.
This is, I think a lot of people will come to Dharamshala because where do you get a venue like this? Because it's as pretty as, say, Cape Town and much higher than, I'm thinking of all other test grounds. Maybe Kandy has some altitude, but this is almost twice as high as Kandy, 4,700 feet.
I've been curious to ask other international players who have played in Cape Town, Queensland and other new lands, various places. But when they come, even the player from South Africa who comes from the town of Cape Town, they say this is far prettiest than other grounds.
Well, Cape Town, you can get anything. You can never get snow.
That's true.
On the Table Mountain.
That's
and
true.
when you have your test match here in February, now we have some snow, some streaks of snow, but in February they'll be white.
Of course, yes, it's going to be snow-peaked mountains and hopefully a good game of cricket between India and Australia. I invite you for over a cup of tea. We can watch the game.
You don't have to invite me. I'll be here. But I think that's where these mountains draw their name from, Dhauladhar, because Dhaula means white.
Ji.
Because they become very white. They have a lot of snow.
Yeah.
So that will be some test match.
If the test match is boring, which it should not be, you can spend enough time watching this beautiful city of Dharamshala.
I think test matches these days are not boring, and we will come to that. But Anurag, as BCCI chairman, in very interesting times, if I may say so, how do you set your priorities? Is it Supreme Court first, Supreme Court second, Supreme Court third?
I don't know why do people say challenging times, but I see opportunity in this challenge. I'm here for 18 months and I'm going to deliver. In these 18 months, our focus is going to be on FAN, on the foundation and on the future of cricket. FAN is the most important to me.
You are sounding like Mr. Modi, triple F, FFF, FAN, Foundation, Future.
But for me, actually, the fan is important because fan makes this game very popular.
No, in fact, what you're saying is very important because, spectator experience in a ground also is very important because our spectators suffer in the grounds.
If you look around, all seats are numbered.
Yes.
When you go as a spectator to any of the ground,
Seats are not numbered.
Seats are not numbered. If you have to stand, if police get the people get gate crash or they get into the stadium, what do? You spend 10,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees on a valid ticket, but you don't have a valid seat. So this is the first experience, not to stand in the queues, a neat and clean toilets,
But this is
a green environment.
Yes, but this is Dharamshala. Will this be done for other venues also?
Every ground which have to host an international match this year, they have to first do this, then only they'll get the match.
They have to have numbered seats.
They have to have number seats, clean toilets. They have to have rainwater harvesting structure within next 1 year.
That you better do, or you will be
No, we are serious about it. And we're going to have the energy audit done in next 1 month or 2 months. And by September, what we're going to do is we're going to start installing the solar power plants on the rooftops. So you consume less power and you generate also power in your stadiums.
So learned your lesson from IPL this year, Bombay High Court.
Not really, because you can't hold BCCI responsible for the drought of Maharashtra.
Right.
If the people have done nothing in last 15-20 years, the cricketers or the cricket board should not be held responsible for that, because we don't use that kind of water.
And in any case, as Rahul Dravid said to me in one of our events off the cuff, he said that, look, those grounds are maintained anyway. In fact, everybody said those grounds are maintained anyway. So it's not as if grounds will die.
But why I said futuristic? It's for the coming generations. We need to have green stadiums.
Right.
And I have not only said, I have earmarked 100 crore rupees to do that within 1 year time. I've got only 18 months.
Right.
So I have to deliver. I'm here to deliver.
You got 6 quarters, as we say.
I have to play a T20 match. I have to score a century in T20, I believe.
Right. So I'm still on this IPL thing. Was this decision from Bombay High Court a setback? Was it unfair?
I think let's forget about that. Whatever happened, happened. BCCI has got used to it. Last time orders or from the government courts and all that, you're forced to move IPL out of country or from one city to another city. But look at the working of BCCI. We still successfully hosted the IPL. Many people criticize IPL. Why? It is a popular game. It entertains the fan. It gives a platform for the players
It
to play
provides
with.
wealth for a lot more players instead of the 16 who are picked for India.
Shekhar, you forgot about the wealth. Wealth
Right.
is one side.
Right.
What IPL gives? IPL gives entertainment for the fans. It gives a chance for players to bring glory and earn money. It gives a platform, or I will say it's a platform where broadcasters can earn money and eyeballs at the same time. It's a platform for the advertisers to spend millions and millions of rupees on advertising their products. It is the fastest growing league in the world. It is rated at the number 6 in the world, overall leagues in the world.
Number 6 in terms of audiences or in terms
growth,
of growth?
Growth and audience.
I see.
And if you look at, no big ticket movie is released during this time.
Right, absolutely, yes.
No TV serial is launched during this time. So that clearly shows this is the biggest property on TV in India.
And you are going to protect it.
I'm going to make it grow. For me, my domestic cricket is very important, and IPL is a domestic product, domestic cricket.
इसको इंडिया से बाहर लेके तो नहीं जाओगे ना? Like last year, this year
I
there was
love
some.
my country. I want to play in my country. But if we are forced to take it out of India, that will be the last thing I have to do. But we don't want that somebody force us, because today you can't force people, even to our children. We don't force our ideas on them. We give suggestions. We tell them, if you do this.
Because a lot of people say, I disagree with them, but a lot of people say, IPL is no cricket. How can you take IPL seriously?
If you look at
I watch every evening.
Shekhar, if you look at your teams today,
Right.
many players are picked from the IPL tournaments.
Right.
Your domestic players have performed with the top-notch players of the world, and they have done extremely well.
Your Bumrah, Sran, people like this. Yes.
Yeah, Mandeep Singh and all
Mandeep
that,
Singh,
the
yes.
KL Rahul and
Yes.
all of them, they played in the
Right.
in the IPL, and they've graduated to the Indian team. So I think it's very important to understand. It helps your ex-cricketers, current cricketers and the upcoming cricketers not only to earn money, but also to perform and get all the glory.
So, left a choice, you will not take it out of India.
Not at all.
Not at all. Drought or no drought.
I mean, we'll take care of everything. Now we have to see all those things which are not even seen. What will come from which way, you don't know.
You don't know.
So you have to be prepared for that, I believe.
So, did IPL, I mean, it became a great success from the first year, but did it also have a controversial start because of the man who personified it, Lalit Modi?
I think
His style, his flamboyance.
for me, individuals are not important. For me, institution is important. And once you are focused on individual and think about the institution, there's where you suffer.
No, but okay. So a personality cult was built around IPL. I mean, I'm translating
Yes,
it for you.
Yeah.
And that was wrong.
That was wrong.
What's
So
your
it's a member-driven board, it's a fan-driven board, it's a fan-driven game. It should not be seen around a specific person or personality cult, what you said. So I think we should avoid that.
But did some of you pick that problem when it was building up, that a personality cult was being built?
Of course, yes, in a couple of years' time, when you see that the things, the way they were moving, and many people were feeling uncomfortable in the board. And when they raised their voice, and you had enough reason to take some action on that.
Because, for me, the big sort of turning point in terms of my own view of this was when I saw Lalit Modi, after every match in South Africa, distributing those checks to school kids as a kind of IPL charity contribution. And that was a clear case of a personality cult being built.
I think whatever has happened. We have learned from the mistakes in the past, and I think IPL is a great product. IPL is a great platform for the cricketers, for the advertiser, for the broadcaster, for the country as overall. the economic output in one season of 2 months is more than 3,000 crores. That clearly shows the value of the product.
And that has all gone, most of it has gone into cricket in India.
Of course, yes. Of course, yes.
And has also given Indian board superpower status globally.
I'll show an example.
Huh.
Before 2000, there was no stadium in Dharamshala. But post 2000, we had this beautiful stadium, and I have 5 more grounds which are equally beautiful. May not have that big structure, but as pretty as these grounds. So where this money came from? This money came from the IPL matches and for the international matches. Shekharji, for me, my fan is very important. If Australia and England can have a fixed season, a slated season, which they call tradition, but if India asks for it, media call it arrogance of Indian Cricket Board, the
Right.
vet. For me, my fan is important. Why shouldn't I give a fixed cricket season to my fan?
Absolutely,
From
yes.
October to March.
Some media says, not all media.
Yes, some media.
And I don't
Some-
even think cricket, sporting media says it. I think,
And that is the reason. When I became the secretary, I said for the next 8 years, we have to fix our priorities. I have to play minimum number of matches. Like I'm playing 13 test matches at home this season.
right.
In next 5 years, I'll be playing 46 test matches in India, 76 one-day international and 21 T20 matches, along with the Champions Trophy and the various seasons of the IPL. So I'm getting the cricket, the international cricket to India when it matters most to the cricket fan. When in the good weather he can sit out, watch cricket, follow it. During Diwali, Dussehra, 26th January and various Christmas and all that.
Yes, because our stadium should become public spaces that we don't have in our cities.
True.
People should go. So, sticking on to the controversial aspects, Lalit Modi was one, personality was one issue that brought controversy to IPL. The other was betting match fixing. We suddenly thought that the ghost we had left behind in early 90s had now come back to haunt us.
Yeah, it's very important because you need to have a clean game. For that, the conduct of players matters the most. And I think people need to differentiate between betting and match fixing. People bet on
Right. Huh?
weather conditions, elections, to various other things. I think the governments, the local police have to work on that. As far as the player conduct is concerned, that is very important. They should not get involved in these kind of acts which brings bad name to the game of cricket.
So those
So for that BCCI is doing the educational programs. Our anti-corruption unit reach out to every Ranji Trophy team, every junior team, tell them you should not get in touch with people who have a bad image or you don't know them personally. And that education has helped us. Before the start of this season, a player was approached. And the player who was approached, he directly informed the anti-corruption unit that a colleague of his has approached him. The anti-corruption unit acted, given a report to the BCCI and suspended that player.
who was
That
the
is how the
player?
education, Hickenshaw. So that is the way forward to
So
educate
so
players.
this is preemptive action.
I think it's better to prevent rather than cure.